Hi guys and welcome back to Car Focused. I hope you're all well. A bit of an update from me and my Ford Puma. I still have it. I'm still doing little bits to it as and when I can. Haven't really had any time to film these little bits unfortunately, but they're not really anything exciting. I'm going to show you the little bits I've done. And finally today I thought we could go out for a drive in the car because the car is all legal now. It's basically been tucked up in my mother-in-law's garage. It hasn't been taxed, it hasn't even been insured. It's been sawned basically. But I've rectified the main things I wanted to rectify, which can enable me to drive the car. So I've done the coolant hoses and I've done the rocker cover gasket, which had a monumental leak. So they're done now and the car is now drivable. So it's all legal, legit. So I can take you with me for a little drive, see what the Puma is all about. But before we do that, I'm going to quickly flip the camera around, just show you a couple of little bits that I've done to the car, just cosmetic bits really. And then we will jump in and go for a drive. And also, I hit 20,000 subscribers, guys, a couple of days ago. 20,000 subscribers has been a very slow journey because I'm a little bit, what's the word, inconsistent with the channel. I do appreciate that. I know I could try a lot harder, but it's always just been a little bit of a hobby. And I'm very grateful for each and every one of the 20,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. So let's have a quick look around the Puma before we jump in and go for a drive. So here it is, got the bonnet up, ready to just have a quick look at the engine. But I did give it a clean a while back, but it's not had a full polish, etc. I'll save that and I will try and do a video with that. But it did have a clean a while back. It's still looking fairly clean because it's been in the garage, but it's got a lot of bits that need polishing out, like sort of etched on bird droppings and stuff. I mean, I'm not going to be able to polish that out, am I? That rust there. But we can make it look a bit more presentable. I've tidied the exhaust pipe up a little bit, got a little bit of wire wool on there, and a bit of auto sole. So that's not a chrome tip, but it's come out better than what it was. Got some new number plates from TC Harrison Ford, and I have sprayed the screws black, just so they blend in with the letters and the numbers. Still need to sort these out here, these reflectors, spruce them up a little bit. So yeah, the car's looking quite nice and standard. I did change the aerial, I put a fresh aerial on. Don't know if you can see that because the old one was all broken up and this one is fresh. Just makes the car look a lot better. Well, it helps make the car look better. Front number plate, same as the rear. It was on the original Dagenham motor number plate, so they were pretty old. So yeah, nice freshly painted screws, fresh plates. Looks better. I have just bought the Auto Glim headlight restoration kit, and I was going to do it today, but it's quite windy and I didn't want the plastic fragments blown all over the place when I'm doing the wet sanding and stuff, so I'm going to save that for another day. But I've got that kit. That should make a big difference on these headlights. Under the bonnet, I did show you the coolant pipes that I've replaced, but we've done the rocker cover gasket and I've also done the camshaft sensor gasket because that was totally buggered. If you look in here, you can see just in here, there's a little bit of oil. I think that's just residual oil there, but this was basically about a quarter full of oil, this recess in here. We've mopped all that up, changed the gasket, and touch wood, it doesn't seem to be leaking. I think the car does have another leak underneath, but I'm getting the smell of burning oil, or I think it's just the residual oil is just burning off the block now. But it doesn't appear to be leaking anymore, which is good, because it had a monumental leak on there. So yeah, happy to drive the car now, happy that nothing catastrophic, touch wood, is going to happen under there. I've also given the car a little interior clean because it was pretty minging. So yeah, it's not mint. Those mats need a wet vac, but I just gave them a quick hoover. And yeah, it looks better than what it did. Magic Tree air freshener as well, just so it smells nice and fresh as well. I do need to stick this back on. Just is a bit loose here. Just need to bond that in place. Minor little thing there. But yeah, that's it really, guys. Just a few more tidy up bits to do. But the main thing is I can drive it. So let's hop in and go for a spin. Actually, before we do that, you may have been wondering where the engine cover was. It's here. It will go back on. I just need to get some new bolts, as we had to drill the heads off of a lot of these bolts because we couldn't get them out. But yeah, need to sort that out. So, sitting in the old Puma, it's such a back to basics, simple car in here. It's like proper old school now. This is, you know, it's a 24-year-old car. This is when Fords were very small, very plasticky, very basic. I mean, not the safest of vehicles by today's standards, that's for sure, but they were light, they were fun, they were simple, and that's kind of all you need in a car like this. Even down to the key, where we've got the basic, you can see that, Ford key, the old school Ford key. Yes. But yeah, very basic radio, got a CD player, radio, heated front screen, electric windows. We've got switch gear in here for the mirrors, which has been around since the Escort RS Turbo, the Series 2. We've got wing mirrors straight from a Mark III facelifted Fiesta, which they carried over to the Mark IV, Mark V Fiestas. Little centre console, got a nice aluminium gear knob, which does feel really nice in the hand. No real cup holders in here. You can't really have a coffee and store it anywhere unless you use the glove box, but they're very, very shallow. They're mainly for when you're sat having a Mackie D's or something and you want to put your drinks in there. So yeah, they were very, very basic in terms of their design, but I love it. I've got a lot of background with these Fiestas and this interior of car and this era of Ford. I had 3 Mark V Zetec S Fiesta. I had a Mark IV Fiesta as well at 1.25 Zetec as a runaround. I had a Mark V 1.25 Zetec as well. I had a lot of Mark III Fiestas. So yeah, this kind of era of Ford, proper small little cars, I really like it. Anyway, let's fire her up. Purrs into life without any hesitation. Very smooth engine this 1.7. So it was co-developed by Yamaha, so Ford and Yamaha, I believe. And it is a very smooth engine, and it is, for 125 brake horsepower, it is quite nippy, actually. Now my Fiesta S1600, that's got about 134 brake horsepower, and I actually think this Puma feels maybe a tad bit quicker, but I can't work out if it's just because the car is so small. But yeah, punchy little car. It doesn't feel like really fidgety or tight. It feels quite, it's quite weird because it feels quite soft, but then when you do get it on a back road, it does seem to kind of come into its own. How high this car sits as well, you just think it's going to be really wallowy, but it's actually not. You just don't get cars like this on the road nowadays. This is quite a rare sight. I went to a car show over the weekend and there wasn't a single Puma. They've pretty much all rotten away and they're now in car heaven. But yeah, the car actually handles surprisingly well. Like I say, it sits really high, particularly at the back. But when you do get into some corners, it just goes. It's just so light and nimble. The gearbox is absolutely slick. I love the gearbox on this car. It just notches into gear beautifully. A nice short throw as well. Very short throw. Feels really sporty. No sort of rubbery feel at all. It's probably the best thing in terms of the driving about this car. Now, it's a bit noisy in here. It's obviously not very well insulated. It's from, you know, like I say, a time where cars were a lot more basic. But it's just got a lot of character. Just cruising around in this thing, it's like a little time capsule. It takes you back to 2001. 2001! This car was made. It was registered in March 2001, so that's quite a while ago now. But anyway, going up a hill into nationals, put your foot down in third, you get some nice induction sound, and it's got a nice progressive power band. I don't know if you can hear the induction there. really sort of howls. And for a standard airbox, it does sound very nice. But these little naturally aspirated engines, they're always really revvy, and that's what makes them good fun. You can rev the nuts off them and you're not going absolutely crazy speeds. So yeah, foot down in third. And you think you're going to hit a rev limiter, but it just keeps on going up towards 7,000 revs. We had more to go then. But yeah, the gearbox is just lovely. Going to second gear. And there's the induction sound. It will do just over 60 in second gear as well. Yeah, it's just so smooth. Like even my Fiesta, that's got the variable valve time, and you can kind of feel that kick in, whereas this is just, there's no lumpiness to it. It's just a nice constant smooth power band. I mean, back in the day, this must have been a little firecracker, really. A little bit of a sleeper as well. They look quite bland and boring, didn't they? I mean, you need the racing Puma to have all the styling and the balls out looks. But yeah, these, I mean, I can understand now why people were obsessed with ripping the engines out of these and sticking them in the Fiesta, because this engine in an even smaller car, the Fiesta, would have been absolutely great fun. This car is crying out for some decent rubber though. It's got some pretty shocking tyres that have been on this car for a long time, various brands. We've got a Nexon on the near side rear, which is probably the best tyre on it. I think with a full set of decent tyres, that's going to improve this vehicle even more. But guys, let's bear in mind this car was £950. I haven't spent that much money on it at all, really. And I've got myself a little car which puts a smile on my face for pretty much minimal money. It does handle really well though. She really growls at the top of the revs as well. Be a good little track car this, I think. And yeah, I'm just trying to pinpoint the handling really. It just feels super light. A few more tighter bends here now. So yeah, it's got good response on the front end. The front end tucks in very quickly, very nicely. Yeah, it's got that kind of Ford feeling, a little bit like the Mark 7 Fiesta ST, where the car sort of pivots around you. Obviously this is a bit more looser than that car, but same sort of sensation. You feel like you're kind of sat in the middle of the pivot. I think probably you could induce a little bit of oversteer in this thing as well if you were quite aggressive with it. You can kind of feel the back swinging round on the bends. Yeah, just a very rewarding little thing. It's great. I'm quite lucky because not many people get to experience this now, because as I said before, most of these cars are dead. And I'm in one of the survivors. But yeah, what a little thing. What a little thing. If you get the opportunity to try a vehicle like this, then do it. All the smiles for less than £1,000. What more could you ask for? Anyway, guys, that is it. I think I've shared enough of the drive now. You get the picture. But yeah, the little Puma, I certainly have no regrets buying it, and I'm looking forward to carrying on with the journey. I'm sorry I haven't filmed most of the stuff, but it's not been that exciting, seriously. There's not been, you don't want to watch me spraying some number plate screws and putting some number plates on, do you? And the other little bits, it's not that exciting, but I will try and get a video of me giving it a good detail, doing the headlights. I'm intrigued to see how that headlight kit fares up. But yeah, anyway guys, that's it. As always anyway, that's it. As always from me, take care, and I shall see you soon.